My dear students, how are you? I think you are well at home. Today, I will take a class on English for Today, Unit 7, Lesson 2. The title is Tales of Two Players 2. Students, can you remember the story of Ashish Biswas? Today, we will read about another two players. Okay, get ready my students with your book. You see my students, what we will learn today, that is learning outcome. After we have studied this lesson, we will be able to read, understand and enjoy stories and other text materials. Number 2, ask and answer questions. That is very important because ask and answer question, this is very important for our language learning. Number 3, get the ideas how we can shape our week. Actually, we are learning about the timetable of a professional players. We will read today about another two professional players. Okay, my students, I request you to get ready. Before going to the text, we will know the meaning of some key words. Students, first word you see, practice. What is the meaning of the practice? Can you guess? Practice means exercise. Actually, as a teacher, what do I practice? Teaching. As a player, what does the player practice? That is playing. Weightlifter. Weightlifter means in Bangla, bharuttolok. Actually, to show the stamina, to show the strength, a man shows his capacity, how much weight a student can lift. That is called weightlifter. It means one who lifts barbells in competitions or as an exercise. Next, opportunity. What is the meaning of opportunity? That means chance. I am giving an example. I have got an opportunity to take a class on Sanshad TV. Understand? And you have got the chance to see the class on Sanshad TV. That is opportunity, it means chance. Next, school compound. School compound means school area. You know, every school has a boundary. Within the boundary area, it is called school compound. My students, now we will go to the text. Can you guess the previous lesson what we have read? We have read about Ashish Biswas. Today, another two players, Ashish and Arun, will read about them. Ashish and Arun are two players. I have known them for a long time. Can you guess what is the meaning of long time? Dirghodin jabot. They are both close to my family. Ashish is from village. Arun lives in a small town. Ashish plays football. He doesn't play tennis. What does Ashish play? He plays football. He doesn't play tennis. Orun practices cricket, but he loves athletics as well. Athletics means who plays in the track, that is high jump, long jump, running. It is who perform this, we call them athlete. Orun goes to a local school. He has opportunities to practice in his school compound. Actually, Orun is a local boy. He reads in a local school, so he gets the opportunity to play in the school compound. It's a very good chance for him, good opportunity for Orun. Orun practices in his club field. Ashish has one brother. His name is Abir. You have to remember this. Ashish has one brother. His name is Abir. He is a weightlifter. You know the meaning of the weightlifter. Orun has no brother. He has a sister. Her name is Apala. She doesn't like cricket. She is a swimmer. Actually, in Dhaka city, it is very rare to swim. But when you become swimmer, you have to practice swimming. You see the slide. We can go to the next activity, activity B. Work in pairs. I request you students not to go with pairs. You have to do individually. Make questions for Ashish, Apala, Orun and Abir using the table below. Then ask and answer the questions. Also ask these questions to your partner. Use the words in italics to complete the sentences. Okay, my students, can you remember the given text, what we have read? According to that, we will make question. First question, does Ashish live in a city? Does Ashish live in a city? This question we can turn into in this way. Does he live in a city? Understand, my students? Now we can do next question. Does Ashish play tennis? This question we can turn into, does he play tennis? Actually, we are practicing to use the third persons. Understand, my students? Instead of Ashish, we are using he. Next question. Does Abir like athletics? Does he like athletics? Next question. Does Arun go to school? We can say in that way. Can you remember what we have done before? Does he go to school? Next question. Does Apala like cricket? What is the answer? Can you remember the text? Actually, Apala wants to be a swimmer. She doesn't like cricket. Another question. Do they live in same area? Ashish and Arun? Understand, my students? I think you will practice it at home. That will be good for your learning. We'll go to the next activity, activity Z. Make a personal fact file to tell about a day in your life. Answer the questions. I will ask the question. You will try to answer those questions individually. That will be good for you. I will go slow with you. You follow me. My students, first question, what time do you get up? What time do you get up? As a student must get up early because he has to study. We know that early to bed, early to rise is good for health. Actually, when you ask me, when do you get up? I get up 6 to 6:30 a.m. every day. Next question, what do you have for breakfast? Usually, I like homemade breakfast. I take homemade bread, some days with vegetables or an egg. Next question, number 3, how do you go to school? Very good question. You think yourself, how do you go to school? If your school is far from your residence, you have to go by bus or by rickshaw, or if you read in your local school, you can go on foot. Understand, my students? Next question, what games and sports do you play? Why? As a students, we have to play, we have to practice any forms of games and sports. Actually, I personally like volleyball and badminton. Though badminton is a seasonal game in our country, but it is very, very good game. Next question, who is your favorite sports star? It's a very nice question. You guess. If you are fond of cricket, so there are so many cricket stars in our country. Shakibul Hasan, Mushfiqur Rahman, Mashrafi bin Murtuja, and they may be your favorite sports star. If you like another game, in that case, your favorite sportsman will be different. Next question, when do you go home from school? Actually, we go home from school after finishing our classes. When the school ends, we go to our residence. Understand, my students? Next question, do you go home at the same time every day? It's not possible because we have to do 6 days class and there is a half day class. So, we do not go home every day same time. Students, are you enjoying the answering the questions? This is a very personal fact file of you. Next question, 8. What is the first thing you do when you get back home? Very nice question. When you come back from school, at first you have to go to the washroom to wash yourself, to clean yourself, because all day long you play, you mix with the other boys, you have to be cleaned. So, you have to go to the washroom for your cleanliness. What are you doing? What I have told, you are following that or not? Okay, next question 9. How long do you watch television each day? It's a very good question. Nowadays, students are fond of witnessing television because there are plenty of learning materials. So many channels are there, we can learn a lot from them. But there should be a boundary. Study is the main duty of the students. So, we have to remember that we have to study. When we get extra time, at that time we can see the television. 1 hour and 1.5 hours that will be good for us, good for the students to witness the television. Number 10, next question, what is your favorite program? It's a very, very interesting question. Actually, nowadays students are fond of witnessing television for a long time. So, it's not a very bad practice. But as a student, study is the main duty of a students. When you get time after you study, you can witness television because there are so many television channels. There are very, very educative programs. We can watch those programs. And 1 hour or 1.5 hours, that is good for the students to witness television. Next question is 10. What is your favorite program? Is favorite program relating to the education that is very good for us. You always witness the programs which are related to the education. Question number 11, how often do you go out with your friends? In Dhaka city, there is no plenty of times to go out with your students because you have to study. If you want to do well in your student life, you have to study. So I request you not to go out so many times. Next question, where do you go? What do you do together? Actually, you go out in the school field, we play with our classmates. Next question, what time do you go to bed? Actually, early to bed, early to rise is good for health. I always go to bed before 11 p.m. and that will be good for the students. Number 14, what is your dream for future? Very, very nice question. A man or woman, a boy or girl, without a dream cannot reach the goal. So, all students should have a dream. You think about me, I always, from my childhood, I wanted to be a teacher. That is my dream. I am a teacher now, so I am happy. My students, how do you feel? This is very, very personal question of you. You always try to answer this question yourself. Finally, we will go for homework. You see, choose a sports star. Make 6 questions to ask him or her. Use the words below and write a dialogue. How, what, when, where, do, and why. When your school will open, you will show your homework to your subject teacher and he will evaluate your work. If you want to see this class again, you can go to the YouTube channel or Facebook page of Amar Ghar Amar School and let us know what is your suggestion from the Facebook page or mail us. Last of all, stay home, stay well, and follow all instructions of the government regarding coronavirus.